It's time now for your weekly fishing reports and real-time outdoor news. This is the Southwest Outdoors Report.
Hi everybody, and welcome to the Boardwalk at Kemah, Texas, a little south and east the big city of Houston. This is one of the best known attractions for family entertainment and for tourism, the entire southeastern part of the state of Texas. In fact, just behind me, lots of shows and rides and attractions and dining and nightlife. But of course, that is not why we are here. Let me show you. Just off the boardwalk is Trinity Bay. Trinity Bay is one of the best known and most fertile fisheries for speckled trout and redfish along the entire Texas Gulf Coast system. And on this week's episode, we're taking you out onto Trinity Bay to do some fishing with Captain Tim Young. He's a fantastic charter captain and guide for the specks and reds and several other species that swim in the bay system here. So while we're doing that, we're taking you around the region for all of your latest fishing reports from our team of reporters. Right now, we are headed back to the hotel to get a good night's rest, and the next time you see me, I'll be out on the boat with Captain Tim Young in search of the elusive speckled trout. Right now, let's get it all started. Back at the FSN studios, here's Julie with your weekend planner.
Okay, everyone, make plans to hit the water this weekend because autumn looks like it will arrive with the best fishing conditions of the month. The Solunar tables are forecasting excellent conditions for Saturday and good conditions for Sunday. Expect sunrise to take place at 7:15 with the sun setting at 7:25. And Thursday features a full moon, so weekend evenings will be well lit with the moon 94% visible. We'll be right back with all the current freshwater and coastal fishing information from around our region. Plus, Tommy Biffle joins us for the Whataburger Ask the Pro.
The Southwest Outdoors Report is brought to you by Exide AGM Marine Batteries. Starts like new, stays like new longer. By Jean LaRue and Bobby Garland Lures. With our baits, a good day of fishing is in the bag. By Motor Guide Trolling Motors, engineered for anglers. And by Nitro Performance Bass Boats, pure performance.
Acting good. Jumping, man, he's jumping like a tarpon. There we go, that'll get us going. See if we can get this dude up here and show what a Trinity Bay speck looks like.
Come on, sweetie.
Floppy man?
Yeah.
There we go. Nice trout there. And it flopped him right into the net. Hey, welcome back everybody. You're on your Southwest Outdoors Report today. Wind's kind of calmed down a little bit and we are out on Trinity Bay. Show him that way there. This is Captain Tim Young catching good size quality speckled trout there. We're jumping slicks out here. And Tim, talk to the folks if some of our viewers want to book a trip with you, a charter trip here. When would be the good time of the year to do it, and is there really a bad time?
I wouldn't say there's a bad time. If you can go fishing, it's a good time to go. But summertime is good. Working slicks, working structure, got a lot of options. As you get into the fall, you got more bird action, a little bit of topwater action, but...
And this is going to go on, though, right on until it gets really cold?
You betcha.
Okay.
You betcha.
And then start up again in the spring?
Yep.
All right, well, we are actually releasing some fish today. We're not keeping trout today, so this one's gonna go back. And we're gonna keep up our fishing reports, sending you around the region, and we're gonna give you all of Tim's information toward the end of the show. If you wanna book a guide trip, give you his website, his email address, his phone number, everything you need. So hang around for that. But right now, though, we're gonna get you to the rest of your fishing reports from Louisiana. Here's Cajun Phil and Kevin.
Hey friends, Captain Kevin Broussard here for the Fox Sports Louisiana Outdoor Report. As you can see, I'm telling you, red fishing in South Louisiana, and of course all along the whole coast of Louisiana right now is on fire. Today we're up in some shallow marshes throwing spoons and soft plastics. David, that's not a bad way to start the morning, is it?
No, not very bad.
I tell you what, friends, like I said, the whole Louisiana coast right now, lots of redfish up in your shallow marshes, spoons, soft plastic, assassins. Tell you what, also lots of trout getting caught, live shrimp, some of them under the birds. And then along the beach and the surf right now is real hot. Main thing, get out on the water, go fishing, take a kid fishing. I tell you what, we're gonna turn it over to old Cajun Phil right now, see what's happening on the bass scene.
Thanks, Captain Kevin. I tell you what, friends, Captain Kevin has been on the run so much here lately that we haven't been able to actually look at you and talk to you. But you know what? It's good to be back home finally for a few days. We called Joe Jocelyn, who guides up on Toledo Bend. Joe tells us that they're catching lots of fish deep and shallow on Toledo Bend. You can still Carolina rig, offer your points, catch some nice bass, but they're already going on that fall pattern. Some of the bass early in the morning, late afternoon, being caught on spinner baits in shallow water. Really right now, friends, saltwater, freshwater, all good here in Louisiana. Get out there and give it a try. Contact old Cajun Phil at CajunPhil@hotmail.com, and I'll let you know what's going on in whatever area you want to fish. Till next time, this is Cajun Phil for Captain Kevin. Then happy fishing, and may God bless. And we're going to see you folks next week.
There we go. Oh, I got a trout.
You might need a net on that one.
Going under the boat, shaking his head. All right. We're out here still catching trout. This is no monster or anything, just a good solid Trinity Bay speck right there. Pull him out of this net, give you a quick look at him. And there we go. That's what we're fishing for right there. Just out here, it's almost like fishing for schooling white bass. You're just out here waiting for a slick to pop up, and as soon as it does, you turn that motor guide trolling motor on, fly over there as quick as you possibly can, get a cast. You want to be upwind of the slick. Always go upwind and throw downwind, and that's where the fish will be. And that he ate that dude way down in his throat. Okay, stay with us. Coming back for more with Captain Tim Young out here on Trinity Bay right after this. Don't go anywhere.
There we go, right there on top.
Got it?
Yep.
There we go. Decent trout.
Wow. Nice fish. He hit right on top.
That happened quick. We're still out here on Trinity Bay catching speckled trout, fishing mid-bay reefs out in the middle of Trinity Bay. And walk him up that way.
Yeah.
That's just a good solid 18-inch trout, something like that. Tim, you said most of these fish are up closer to the surface. What are they doing up close to the top?
Right. They've been suspended and they've been chasing shad. And with it windy, you can't see the shad right now, but as soon as the wind calms down, you'll see the giant schools that, I mean, they're right here, right below the surface. So that's what they're doing, coming up eating these shad.
Now, a lot of our viewers might want to come down and take a guide trip and do some of this. So a typical guide trip day for you would look like what?
Catching fish, starting out on these reefs like this. We target fish that like to bite a lot of things. And yeah, it sounds kind of funny, but there are places you can go where these fish will bite any lure. I mean, they'll jump all over it, where it's working birds or on these reefs like this.
Okay, so summertime's good, but is it pretty much a year-round fishery?
It can be. Things change tremendously as we get into the winter time. We get a lot of the fish migrating north. We'll use a lot more topwater baits. They'll start going from shad to eating mullet. So we're targeting bigger fish in the wintertime. Spring, same thing. And then as we get into the summertime, you get more of your smaller fish spread out everywhere.
Right.
So,
well, from what I'm seeing already, there's just a ton of fish here. So Trinity Bay would be a great destination if you'd like to book a trip. Right now, though, we're going all the way north to check on our Oklahoma fishing reports for this week. Here's Gary.
A place I want you to make sure you check out is the McClellan-Kerr navigation system on the eastern side of the state. Now, it starts at the Port of Catoosa, but literally has navigable waters all the way to the Gulf of Mexico. It does have barge traffic, but obviously it's not that 450-mile stretch we're most interested in. It's the 50-plus miles here in the state from Catoosa to the Arkansas state line. A really good fishery throughout the entire stretch. Now, it does have locks up and down the entire sequence in Oklahoma. So each one of those pools has ramps. You do have access to them. It can offer some really good fishing. Largemouth, crappie, white bass, catfish, it's got it all. In fact, the bass fishing actually attracts some major tournaments every year, and several of them, including the PAA, FLW, and BASS. There's a BASS Open Series going on right now, finishes up this Saturday. You know, as far as the largemouth bass, the system's got a lot of this willow grass along the edges. You get some of that grass and some rock around it. That's where you want to really concentrate on fishing most of the time. Soft plastic worm, square-billed crankbait, biffle bug, great color is black neon for this navigation system. As far as the crappie, get back in some of the creeks, some of the oxbows, look for some standing stumps or laydowns coming off the bank. Concentrate on fishing about 6 to 8 feet with that crappie jig. A really good color for that is the white and chartreuse combinations. navigation system. It's going to get really good here in the upcoming weeks. It's going to stay that way all the way through the winter. Be sure and check it out. But one thing about it, you can't catch them if you don't go.
Our great gear giveaway for September is underway now, and you could win one of 2 Mercury gear packs that include a duffel, hoodie, and tournament shirt, or a Lou's jersey autographed by me, or a Southwest Outdoors Report limited edition t-shirt. Enter right now either on our Facebook page or on the front page of our website. And if you share it with your friends, you'll get 2 more free entries for every one of your Facebook friends who enters.
The Southwest Outdoors Report is brought to you by Mercury, the official outboard of the Southwest Outdoors Report for 11 years running. By Academy, right stuff, low price, every day. By Tracker Boats, fish the finest. And by Whataburger, just like you like it.
Welcome back, everybody. We're on your Southwest Outdoors Report out on Trinity Bay.
I'm on.
And we got doubles right now.
I got trout.
Yep.
I got a good trout.
Good trout right here. I think I may have a redfish on here. This thing has just got his head down and just bulling his way along. And I'm not able to do a whole lot with him, and he's staying down there deep.
I got a jackfish trying to eat my trout. I got a good trout.
Big trout. Still don't have him in.
That's what we've been waiting on. Slicks.
All right, there we go. We still don't have him. There, now we have him.
Now we got her.
Hold him up there and show him to those folks. We're out on Trinity Bay, and we've been waiting for this to happen. We've been out here looking, searching, and we finally got us a nice speckled trout there. And I think I've got a redfish just circling the boat. Tim, while I'm fighting this fish and while you're unhooking that one, talk to me a little bit. 15 miles wide by more than 15 miles long of just open bay here. And you said there's really 3 keys you're looking for to find the trout. What are they?
You betcha. We're fishing slicks, structure, and bait. And right now we're fishing slicks. Kind of hard to see, but we finally got a set. We pulled in on 2 big slicks. Saw a little one, said that's them right there. Berry cast. Got your big old redfish, I think.
Right. And we explained at the beginning that a slick is just a little place where the trout or the redfish are feeding, and when they eat, they kind of regurgitate out just a little bit of oily stuff from feeding.
Yeah, telltale sign. I mean, that's what we look for to find these guys out here in open water, because we're really not on any structure at all right now.
So you're looking for shell pads, slicks, and you mentioned birds as well. Birds will point
birds,
to the fish
yeah,
as
and
well.
we catch a lot of smaller fish. You won't see this quality.
All right.
That's a good 20-inch fish.
We're releasing the fish today, so watch this. We're going to put him back, and there he goes. Now let's work on this dude, whatever it is.
Big redfish, which we will see these guys run together quite a bit. Nope, you got you a jackfish.
Jack, good grief.
How about that?
Jack Crevel. Huh.
Sure fought like a red.
Way out there on the top. No wonder I can't do anything with him. Yeah, here's a little extra treat for us right here. Just a little something to show. Turn back the other way, dude. Oh, golly. He pulled off. All right, kind of a rarity, a Jack Crevel out here, but we're going to circle back around, see if we can hook up with another one of these trout. While we're doing that, here in Trinity Bay, we're going to get you to the rest of Texas and show you the rest of the fishing reports with Brian Hughes, followed by Bill Olson with the Saltwater Report.
Hi everybody, and welcome to this week's Lone Star Lakes, brought to you by GunsafesByKennedysCorner.com, your source for premium Cannon gun safes. Now, it's no secret that I love to hunt dove, and I do that every year in the Brownwood area. And one of the things I really look forward to is the off-day early morning fishing on Lake Brownwood. Now, last year, we really didn't get much of that. We fished from the bank because the lake was 18 feet low. Well, it's come back by about 10 feet this year. Now you can get a boat in, and all of that area that was out of the water, that grew grasses and shrubs and bushes, is now inundated. And that means 2 things for you. First of all, an early morning topwater bite around those inundated grasses and bushes, and then switch to a Cinco bite as soon as the topwater stops. And that's exactly what we did. We started with buzzbaits, poppars, and frogs all through the grasses and bushes, and then later switched over to the Cinco in watermelon red, Junebug, and bubblegum pink around those same bushes and grasses, catching a lot of largemouth bass there on Lake Brownwood. That's this week's Lone Star Lakes, brought to you by GunSafesByKennedy'sCorner.com. Be sure and check out our blog each week. Now let's check in with Mr. Bill Olson. He's on the coast.
Hi folks, this week's report is brought to you by Port Aransas on Mustang Island, the fishing capital of Texas, where anglers enjoy pristine bays, estuaries, 18 miles of surf, and the deep blue waters of the Gulf of Mexico. Plus the local restaurants will even cook your catch come sundown. Come fish and play Texas Island style. For more information, visit portaransas.org. Well, this weekend the autumnal equinox occurs, signaling the start of fall, and more changes to our weather will also arrive. Tides from the recent tropical weather will have dropped, plus an early arriving front will briefly switch winds to the north to the northeast. Even though some parts of the coast may get some rain, the best options will be to look for bird activity from Sabine to Matagorda to increase, with bait being pulled from the marshes due to the falling tides and those northerly winds. Now with light winds, the surf will also be a good option out of Sabine, the Galveston Pocket, around the Freeport jetties, either side of Pass Cavallo, all the way southward to the National Seashore. Now out of Galveston and Sabine, the short rigs will also be good options for trout, and the Freeport beachfront for bull reds. Mid-coast anglers will do well to fish near the mouths of back lakes and the backside of St. Joe, Mustang, and North Padre Island, looking for schools of redfish on the move. Good trout action will continue around deeper sand pockets near the Intercoastal Waterway from Port Mansfield to Port Isabel. The areas around Three Islands has been good, so has southeast of Cullens, the Causeways, and the South Padre jetties. Forecasted light winds will allow offshore anglers to chase shrimp boats that are once again pulling their nets, or offshore rigs and weed lines looking for a variety of pelagic species. This weekend, both Saturday and Sunday have a double tide schedule of 2 high and 2 low tides each day. I'm Bill Olson, and I'll see you on the coast.
There we go. He swam up behind it, chased it. What have I got? Golly.
Maybe it's that fish we've been looking for.
I had him under the boat for a minute, and now he's 20 yards out there. This is a blast down here. Gotta be a
It's
red.
redfish.
Is it a red?
Yep. I
Okay.
see him right there on top. Oh, I was trying to hook that one behind. There you go.
All right, we've about got him worn down now. This is about 5 minutes after you saw me last. Do the little time-lapse video there. Got him. All right.
That's a fatty.
There we go. Whoa, I about fell in, tripped
Gotcha,
over the
bro.
net. But you were gonna catch me, weren't you, Tim?
You betcha. I had you.
All right, there's a little redfish. We got all kinds of stuff going on out here. What we don't want to do is the camera person to fall in the lake, for a couple of reasons. One, because she's my wife, and the other because she's holding my expensive camera. So there we go, back he goes. And away he swims.
Gone.
Down,
Good
gone.
deal.
The Southwest Outdoors Report is brought to you by Costa Sunglasses. See what's out there. By Luz, setting a new standard in fishing performance. Feel the difference. By Strand Fishing Lines, the standard of dependability. And by Strike King Lures, #1 in fishing.
Welcome back, everyone. It's time now for our Whataburger Ask the Pro question. This week, Chris in Texas wants to know, when should you use a bait that makes noise? For the answer, we asked Bassmaster Elite Angler Tommy Biffle.
I believe you need to use a bait that makes noise basically about all the time, because all my jigs have rattle in them. I use a triple rattleback jig. I designed my Biffle bug with a chamber in it so I can put a rattle in it. So I'm pretty much a noise type guy. I like baits that rattle and make a lot of noise.
Thanks, Tommy. If you have a question to ask one of the pros, go to southwestoutdoorsreport.com, follow the Ask the Pro link, and send us your information. Now let's see which big fish photo wins someone a brand new pair of Costa sunglasses on the Costa Catch of the Week.
Congratulations to this week's winner in the Costa Catch of the Week contest. Josh Crumley of San Antonio, Texas is showing off a big Jack Crevalle. It's 24 pounds. He caught it at the Port O'Connor, Texas jetties on 15-pound test monofilament, and look closely at the photo. While he was reeling it in, a big old shark came up and took a big chomp right out of it. Josh will win his choice of any pair of Costa sunglasses, and if you'd like to have a chance to win your very own pair, just go to our website at southwestoutdoorsreport.com. On the right side of the front page is the Costa Catch of the Week area. Click there, follow the instructions, send us your big fish photo, and you may be a winner. And if you'd like to see all of the Costa frame and lens styles, go back to the front page of our website, click on the Costa logo, and you'll see all of the styles available from Costa, including the frame style that I was wearing on today's episode, Salt Break. Next up on the Academy Sports and Outdoors Right Stuff feature, I want to show you the baits that we caught all the different species on this episode out of Trinity Bay. You can see there in my left hand, just two soft plastic swim baits. They're both rigged on 3/8 ounce lead heads. That's enough weight to keep the bait down if you've got a little chop and a little breeze like we did on today's episode, and still be able to get it up off the bottom, off of those shells so that it doesn't snag. I fish a lot of rivers around our 4-state region. Good fishing in those rivers, but a lot of times Americans are accused of being lazy like a river, simply taking the path of least resistance, especially when life gets a little challenging. Over the last few years, I've kind of learned to do the opposite of that and make some difficult decisions and do a few things actually the hard way. And I've learned that there can be a lot of benefit in that. So what I'm recommending is doing some things like cooking instead of eating fast food, reading, learning something new, taking the stairs rather than the elevator, facing a difficult relationship, speaking up when it's important to do so. Life lived in the river is often robbed of some of life's greatest rewards, and that's this week's Stuff That Matters. Hey, I hope you enjoyed our trip out with Tim Young out on Trinity Bay, and we'll give you one more time all of his information. If you'd like to check out his website, you can email him, you can give him a call, contact him any number of ways, but he would be glad to take you out on the bay right behind me, get into some of those great speckled trout, redfish, even some black drum. Plentiful fishing around this bay system in this part of our great 4-state region. Hey, don't forget to join us on next week's episode. We'll be on 10:30 Thursday night, 8 o'clock Saturday morning, and if that time ever changes, you'll be the first to know. Check out the front page of our website at southwestoutdoorsreport.com, where you can also click on the YouTube link and go to all of our past archived episodes. Click on the Facebook logo to go to our page. See lots of news, video, and photos that you'll never see on the TV show because we just don't have time to get everything in. From Trinity Bay down south and east of Houston, Texas, until next week, I'm Barry Stokes saying be safe, have fun. Bye-bye, y'all.